I am Orina. I am part of Contact Base. We are also popularly known as banglanatak.com. And here we are here with Smita Rai. She's an entrepreneur from Namchi, Sikkim. To give you a very brief overview or a background of the program that we are having. So we
Mm-hmm.
are working in this very interesting initiative called Women Wielding the Workplace, and we are supported by US Consulate General Kolkata. And for the
Mm-hmm.
last 2 years, we have been successful in bringing together and creating a wonderful network of around 250 women-led businesses. Most of them
Wow.
are first generation women-led businesses, and they are doing
Mm-hmm.
amazing work in different sectors. And we are trying to connect them with domain experts, mentors, and we are also uh, trying to give them more information about any business summit, any scheme, etc. And for the last 2 months, we are having these online sessions, Facebook Lives, where we are inviting these amazing women from our network and also outside to share their wonderful stories. So every Friday, we have hashtag She Leads. And because we are doing this on Fridays, we are also calling it Femi Fridays. So,
Wow.
so this is the sixth episode of She Leads, and here we are with the exceptional Smita Rai. So I'll just give a very brief background or a introduction of Smita ji, and then we'll start the conversation and we'll get to know more about her life as an entrepreneur and how she is managing everything. So Smita ji is the founder or leader of Namchi Designer Candles. So she is known as the Candle Lady from Namchi, South Sikkim. Uh,
Correct.
so this is a wonderful project. So I won't tell much about it. So it will, I'll get to know, and the viewers will get to know from Smita ji. So she has this another project, not only Namchi Designer Candles. So she has another food business and kind of a restaurant where she's supporting these women from the rural areas. So today we are very fortunate to know about her journey. So I'll start the session now, and we have with us our viewers. So they will be sending us some questions or if they have anything to know from you, and then I'll moderate it to you. So welcome, Smita ji.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes. It's such a privilege to be here, really, actually. And the program that I attended last time in Siliguri was also wonderfully done. I was so impressed with with meeting those women from different backgrounds. I could realize, my God, there's a lot of potential and a lot of women, gang is there too in this entrepreneur journey. So I was really glad to be a part of that program. Yeah, so yeah, let's go ahead and then, yeah.
Absolutely. So for our viewers, we conduct these uh, in-person meets in different cities. So in August, we had this wonderful business meet at
Mm-hmm.
Siliguri, where we had the opportunity to meet these women entrepreneurs working across the Eastern Himalayan region, which is Sikkim. So we had these ladies
Mm-hmm.
from East Nepal. So we had around 45 women entrepreneurs who are doing amazing in their business, and many of them are actually doing and working in the rural areas, remote rural areas. So we had the opportunity to know about their business, about their struggle and their learning. So here
Correct.
we are. Smitaji, my first question. So it's not actually a question, more of knowing you as a person, as a business person, is how did you start and what bug kind of hit you hard and pushed you towards business and entrepreneurship?
Actually, when I started, this wave of entrepreneurship wasn't there. I started very young. Um, I believe I was just 14 years old when I, started working with in my uncle's company. It was a private enterprise, and then I just, thought since I was studying, and then there was some time, after my board exam, there used to be 2.5 months time. There was no net provisions in those days. So, I mean, two months of waiting for the result. That is how I went and joined my uncle's office as a part-timer. Yeah, and then when I was working with him, I could meet a lot of people from various businesses. So it was a computer related business. My uncle's office is computer related business. So when I went there and started working with him, though it was for 2 months initially, I could realize, my God, there's a lot of potential of in being into business. You could meet a lot of people. It's so interesting. It is not like 10 to 4 job, and then it was rigorous and it was continuous and it was interesting. That is how I first got motivated into getting into business. And then 2 months passed, and then with little, experience and knowledge, I went and joined my class 11. And then again, after class 12, there was again 2.5 months. Again, there was no internet. And then again, I went back and joined the office. Yeah, continued working with him. And then that is how I got a fling of, getting into business and the idea of doing business. And that is how I learned. And then that got into my head, I believe now. It was so much in my formative years. I realize now that is how I think it got into my head. And then somewhere consciously, unconsciously, I wanted to become a businesswoman. I didn't want to work 10 to 4, never, never. So, and then later, after I finished my college, I did my college locally in Gangtok. And then after that, yeah, there was family pressure initially. I had to get into government job. I sat for a few interviews also. Mm, but it's not that I didn't want to get into government job and I flunked in those exams. I mean, for interviews and all. But then I feel lucky today that I didn't get through those interviews. Yeah. And then so it just happened that I first started doing, small petty businesses like get some goods, foreign goods, like, eatables that was not so much available in Sikkim in those days. I would get those um, biscuits sometimes. I'd get those foreign juices and then just get them to Sikkim, and then I would sell, sell to my friends, sell to my relative. That is how I started initially. And then yeah, I again my with my family pressure, I did appear for some interviews and job interviews, and then I didn't fare well. I was meant to be into business, I guess. So then later I started my restaurant business. Yeah, because for love of food, there was no management background, there was no, no training in food business and nothing. Because just for the love of food, I would love plating my food, even in my regular days at home also. I would love to eat my food with decoration. I would just not eat simple food. I would love to arrange my food on the plate in such a way that it looks appealing, then I would eat it. And then I would not just love to eat simple food. I would love to have salads, everything, combined. I mean, kind of foodie I was. So my love for food led me to open this restaurant business actually. Yeah. So, and it was in 2010, I first started my restaurant. And then after 2 years, I got into candle business with my rural ladies, ladies' friends, somewhere relatives. And why candles and food is because candles also, I feel it's like cooking food. You need gas stove, you need utensils, you need all sort of ingredients, like all the masalas we put in food. We need such masalas in candles also. That is how I relate to my candle making, candle business and food. So it goes hand in hand. So that is how it started. And yes, I started real business real late, I believe, because the ecosystem wasn't built in those days. Our parents would want us to get into government jobs, get into any kind of other kind of jobs, but jobs. Yeah.
This
I
was
was,
when, Smita?
this was 2010, I said. That was my first
Right,
venture.
right.
So yeah, earlier than that, I was doing petty businesses, like as I said, those
Trying out.
foreign goods business. Yeah, and then And of course, I learned a bit of business in my school days also. We used to have those fetes, no, school festivals.
Right.
Yeah, then we would make a team and then we would sell coffee, we would sell tea, and then the money, that would come. And then those days, even 10 rupees was a big amount. Yeah. So when we were selling coffee, tea, and the money we were getting, that much, of course, a small part, I mean, a contribution is those fets also. Yeah, that would fetch us some money. And then yeah, I thought like it's good. Yeah. So that spark was there since my childhood.
Right. So you are a person who likes to start things then.
Yes, you can say that actually. Now I say it's starting business is first you have to survey, you have to collect data and all that. Now that is what is written in
Yes.
books. But when I started, yeah, I was lucky. I mean, those times I started without any survey, without any, data collection. I just started a love for food. I started a business, restaurant business, and the candle was like making food. And then I mean, our team started candle business. That's how it has been. But then, yeah, a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of passion is involved.
Smita, when you started, you were saying that there was family pressure, and because still there is not much of an acceptance of business in our families, especially in the
Correct.
middle class households. And
Yes.
also with regard to women, I think there is a double challenge,
Point.
double challenge.
Point. Correct. Yes.
Whether
Yes, exactly.
because there is a question with regard to the capacity or capability
Hmm.
of
Correct.
whether they can or they are able to do business. That is also a question, and I think that is so deeply entrenched within our social norms that it comes very naturally within people's mind that they won't be able to do this, right?
Correct. This is there, very much there. But now I feel the world is changing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, people have started accepting business women, and they've also started accepting that, of course, women can be in business. It's all because of the torch bearers like us. I mean, who has I think, of course, so far we have proved it. It's been so many years that we've been to business, and then we are now the senior entrepreneurs of the
Correct.
state.
Correct.
So, yeah, I mean, we have a big responsibility in our shoulders, and we're taking it forward, and we're still working on it. Hopefully, very soon it'll be accepted by all. Now we can say it's accepted by few, and the world is changing, of course. But then, of course, there's, I mean, it's very soon. Of course, this will be very much acceptable and accepted by the entire world, in fact.
Yes, because right now we are having these different talks on entrepreneurship, and there are different schemes, there are different universities, institutes that are coming
Correct.
forward and encouraging entrepreneurs.
Correct.
Not only women, there's nothing about gender with respect
Mm-hmm.
to business. So I think that there's a lot of support coming in. I think in Sikkim you
Mm-hmm.
have seed entrepreneurship cell that supports,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yeah, of course. Seed. Yeah, I'm also a member of Seed, and then it focuses on, helping entrepreneurs, and it focuses on giving a lot of opportunities to first-time entrepreneurs, and then, who wants to become an entrepreneur. Like Seed Cell is such an organization which is working tirelessly towards, building this entrepreneurship ecosystem in Sikkim. And then we are, so far, we've been very, very successful in whatever responsibility that's been given to us. Yeah, Seed. It's working so well. Yeah, very glad to be a part of
So
it.
when we are talking about support, so these institutions, I think they were not much active, or this whole idea was not there when you started.
Yes.
So
So that's what
more,
I say. Like today these entrepreneurs are so lucky that because the whole thing has changed now. People have started working towards entrepreneurship, and then people have started accepting entrepreneurship. And then when we started, as I said, the word wasn't there. It was called business. Yeah, we were called business women. We're called in business. But today there's such a lovely word, entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship, and it is looked upon. Yeah, it's looked upon, and I feel really proud that this is growing, especially in a state like Sikkim. This is growing, and the government is also working very much towards bringing this ecosystem ahead, taking it ahead, and that is really really good. It's a good sign actually. Yes, and yeah, I feel like when we start, if such kind of support was there in our times, yeah, when we started, I think we would have marched, we would have gone too far. That is what I believe in, because there was no support those in those days, right? Whatever we had to do, we had to get funds from either from our own saving or from our relatives. Sometimes we have to borrow. Even the lending thing was very very tough in those times. Yes, but anyways, yeah, things went off, and then we're marching. We're trying our best.
We are getting some questions here, Smita. So
Okay.
we have here with us Dr. Mohua Dotto. She's also an
Okay.
entrepreneur from Kolkata. She's asking, Smita, I am quite curious to know more about your candles. Kindly share how you started your initiative.
This happened back in 2012 when, NETFI, that is Northeastern Development Finance Institute, which has its head office in Guwahati, they wanted to do some CSR initiative in Sikkim. And luckily, I was, quite acquainted with NETFI. And then they want to do something, and what we were breaking our heads, and then somehow it just came into my mind, and can we do candles? It just abruptly came out of my mouth. And then they said, we can try. So they started with us in a pilot project. Okay, so they got us trainers from Guwahati, and then we were only asked to have a community who could be trained, by by the trainers from Guwahati, and then Netfi was sponsoring the entire project. That is how it started. And then I was somewhere, as I said, the love for food and the candle making was there in my mind, and that is how it came in from my mouth that we can try candles, in Sikkim. And then it started with 20 rural women whom we collected. Some were friends, some were relatives, and with just 20 women, we started this project. And then, I mean, there's no looking back today. Today we have a team of 30. And then, in fact, there are more, people who are trained under this project. But then, we can say, unfortunately, there's just 30 of them who are regularly working, and the journey has been interesting so far. It's been 12 years, and I mean, not 12. It's more than, I think, how much? 2012 we started. It's 11 years, 11, 12 years. Yes, and the group is still together. We are right now busy making our Diwali candles, and then yeah, that's it for now. That's the introduction. Any more question? I'd love to answer on
Yes.
this.
Kavita Kapoor, she is also an entrepreneur from Kolkata. She's asking, what cuisine do you serve in your restaurant?
I didn't get you.
Your
Yes.
cuisine.
Sorry.
Cuisine. What do you serve in your restaurant?
Okay, in my restaurant. So this my restaurant is basically what do you call it, Namchi. That is the southern part of Sikkim. Okay, here the flow of because of the flow of tourists, because my location is near this popular destination in Namchi, that is Char Dham. So I serve basically Nepali cuisine. Okay, because tourists coming from all over loves to have local cuisine. I serve that. We also keep some of basic Chinese and some Indian tandoori. You should visit my place. Yeah.
After our call, we can get the details of your restaurant. Then we can post it on our website and also
Correct.
our Facebook pages. So whenever anyone is
Yes.
visiting South Sikkim, please go and enjoy lovely food, local food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I have so far I have four outlets of my restaurant, and I have in my four outlets I have employment of about 27, 28, which in which I think 70% are all from Sikkim, and the rest 30% are from North Bengal and other parts.
Aarti is asking, do you have a website for your candles?
Not yet, but we have a presence in Instagram and Facebook, and yeah, I can send you the link for that. Yes.
Yeah. How do you deliver candles across India or is it locally?
It is across India with a app called My Store. Okay, in a you can check this app My Store, which has been started by Sidbi. It is a ONDC platform. It's open digital
Yes.
network
Yes.
thing. Yeah, so it is by ONDC. So we have a presence there, and we're getting very good response. Sometimes so overwhelming response that we are not able to deliver it on time, but yet we are trying our best. The problem with our group is our ladies are basically from rural community. Okay, so they are not so tech friendly, and I see marketing and I see all the distribution networks and everything. That is all up to me. But sometimes I get so busy, and that is how sometimes we just lack in our delivery time, and then we just miss our delivery dates. So, but anyways, we are hiring some team who can look after this technicalities, and then very 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 soon will be we'll have a good presence in this ONDC platform as well. Yeah, otherwise we are selling it through personal contacts. We are selling it through various exhibitions. We are selling it a very huge amount during Diwali. Diwali is a bumper time, with the ladies already working on it. You should check our Diwali diyas in our Facebook and Instagram page, and then you can always place your order. We deliver to Pan India. Yeah.
That's amazing to know. So we'll all check your website and the links. So do share
Correct.
it with us. So
Yes.
when you are saying you're talking about these women from the remote rural areas and how you
Yes.
connected with them and you're generating employment primarily.
Yes.
So when you started, I think it of course was difficult to intervene, and you must have given lot of trainings with regard to how to make the candles. So
Yes.
we would love to hear that story of training. We don't have much time, but
Yes. Okay, so I'll quickly go with it. And then, when we first started was with 20 ladies. Okay, then what happened? I was chosen the leader since I was leading the group and everything. And then I started getting more, getting trained under various trainers like TOTs. No, I attended a lot of TO,
right.
that is
Training
training of
with
tutors.
yeah.
Yes, so I did a lot of things. That is how, and then I would go train myself more on candle making. I would come back and train my fellow, ladies and my colleagues, and then my friends. Then we started upgrading. That is how we did. But initially, when we started with this candle business, it was very tough. Introducing designer candles, into the lives of people in Sikkim was very difficult. It was not accepted. It is an elite product, first thing. People would say, why would they buy a candle of 20 rupees when they could get the same candle in 5 rupees? That was a big challenge. We were trying to introduce designer candles in their lives, but then they were not ready to accept it. For a few years, it was very tough. Selling designer candles with that rate was very tough. And then slowly, the biggest factor is the ladies did not turn back. The ladies did not give up. We stood strong. We kept on working. We kept on selling. Yeah, and today I believe with the grace of God and with the help of everybody, all the ladies were involved, we are in such a position that we are recognized. I mean, Namchi Designer Candles means people from, southern part of Sikkim, they are making these candles. And then we're getting pretty number of orders these days, and it's nice. Yes.
That's amazing. And what about the younger generation of these rural women? Like their children they are also involved or they're also getting in.
Uh, yes, they're trying to getting involved. Especially, in our group, there are ladies their age group ranging from 20 to 55,
Okay.
and ladies of 50 and above are inspiration. Okay, and the biggest compliment, or what we can say, achievement so far for us is the family members. They are supporting this project when we're working overtime, because especially, see, our candle timings are such that the family life is not affected. The ladies come out to work at 11 a.m. in the morning, and they go back by 3. That means 11 is because when everybody in the house leaves for work, leaves for school, leaves for colleges, and ladies are free, they can come and work. And then they go back by 3 is because by 4 everybody is home, so they're ready to receive their family members, so nothing is affected. That is how it is. But sometimes what happens when there's bulk order, the ladies are they have to work overtime. So that in those time, I mean, it's so gladdening to say that even the family members, they support. They send us tea, they send us food, they come to pick the ladies if it's dark. I mean, all these shows, like, even if they're not physically with us, coming and helping us, but yet these gestures show that they're supporting the art, they're supporting the project, they're supporting the ladies' initiative. It is really gladdening and heartwarming, and this is how it is. And younger generation are getting linked up with us, more are getting trained. That is how we're trying to grow. I mean, but there are a few difficulties, there are a few things still that needs to be arranged so that we could go further and lead more people.
Absolutely, because in general, women across socioeconomic and cultural background, they face lot of struggle with regard to managing everything, and there's a lot of mental and psychological toll on a woman,
Yes,
especially
we
when,
have faced it.
yes,
We have faced it. Our members have faced it. I've seen, like, in my own group, some husbands were not supporting initially, Why? What are you doing? You're crazy. You're making candles. We're going to buy. You come back home. You come on time. These kind of problems were there when we started. But now, yeah, everybody is being so supportive.
right, right. So despite the challenges, despite the oppositions, it always
Yes.
will be. And I think it is irrespective of the gender, whatever good thing. And when you're going to start anything, you will receive lot of bottlenecks and obstacles.
Yes.
So I think what makes a person grow and an entrepreneur like you grow is the desire and the self motivation that keeps you
Yes.
going, and that keeps you going strong. I think I have another question here. Kavita Kapoor is asking, can we order through your Facebook page?
Yes, you can do that. And you can also directly contact me and place your order. I can leave my phone number, and then we can chat over WhatsApp. That's the quickest, you know.
Correct.
That's how we can do.
So we are very thankful to you, Smita ji. Though I have a lot of questions because the work you are doing, it's amazing, and especially you are trying to bring in change. It's not only about selling candles or serving food. It's also about bringing social change, and where you are also generating employment to these women in the rural areas who
Yeah.
otherwise do not have, generally they do not have much of an options in comparison to us who are staying in the urban areas and a more
Yes.
privileged lot. So thank
Yes.
you to you. Congratulations for the wonderful work you are doing, and to your
Thank
team.
you.
And do you have a last sentence, one sentence for
Um,
the young entrepreneurs, ladies primarily?
Yeah, I think the most important thing about being an entrepreneur or coming, I mean, even if anybody is thinking of getting into business, an entrepreneur is your passion. Okay, passion has to be driven by your love for the thing that you do. Yeah. So, and most importantly, you have to come out of your comfort zone. That is very important, I tell you. Most of our ladies, most of the young girls, they find peace in being with themselves, being at home, being in their comfort zone, which is, I think, you have to do away with it. This is one big thing that's killing you. You have to get off your comfort zone, get into your, be serious with your passion, I mean, take your energy to another level, I must tell you. So that is how it is. Then that's how you grow. That's what I say. Even to my ladies in the group, I tell them, come out of your shell, Come out of your comfort zone, explore the world. It's so beautiful.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. It was lovely. It was enlightening for me. I am absolutely sure that our viewers also enjoyed your perspective, your experiences. And we are
Thank you.
actually getting some comments here that it was very interesting and inspirational. Well spoken, Miss Meeta. I think it's very
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
And
Yeah.
please share with us your all your links so that we can also promote your business. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arena. See you on the other side.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, viewers. Thank you for being there with us. Thank you. We'll
Thank you.
again meet next
Bye.
Friday.